Hey y'all. Hey. Ooh, I just bumped myself. Mm, oh, that hurts. Let's fix it with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. So I am in the Kizar, about to go get an oil change of all things. So my car has been pinging at me that I only have, I don't know, so many more miles for oil change. Woo. My last oil change was at 26, 28. Did I get an oil change in between that? I don't think so, because that was, oh, it says my next oil change was June. Wow. Literally, the little reminder says my next oil change is due June 29th, 2022. Wow. I'm sure my car knows that because it's one of them smart cars. But anyway, I'm just checking in because life. I have a lot going on today, so I don't know if I'll be able to check in later. That was one thing. Two, I've been trying to figure out what's going on with the sound on these lives, especially when I'm in the car, because I hear like a rattling noise or rattle in the background. So I called myself adjusting this mount some, and we'll see if it agrees with what I did. Let's see. Okay, let's see. But I wanted to check in because I don't know if I'll be able to check in later, and life gets pretty busy and helter skelter whenever Monica gets home. So here we are. Thanks for the like. What am I doing other than the oil change? I will probably be running by Costco again today because I saw some flowers that I loved. Good morning. And I want to try to grab some for our backyard. I mentioned that I have landscaping updates to do at the house, so that will be coming. And also just some updates on some trees because we have some sweet bay magnolias that all of our neighbors are, a lot of our neighbors are stopping and commenting on. I guess I don't really see anybody else in the neighborhood that has them planted, and given we've been in our current house for 2 years now, and I have to be 2 years in September, they're noting that, like, oh, they really came up, and like, not to say they're like gigantic, but they're not looking like little saplings anymore, even though they are. So I wanted to get some things to do the backyard because our backyard landscaping, I mean, when we got this house, it was completely bare. Nothing in the front, nothing in the back. So every bed that's in the house, the driveway beds, the accent beds, we made them ourselves. Which has been cool. But then too, it's just like getting beds established, making sure that your barriers and your grass and weeds and things are not coming through. We are still in the early stages of that. So I may show y'all like what I need to do. I was trying to get to this place for the oil change before, what's it called? Before like 9:30, because they say they no longer do appointments. They just do first come, first serve. So I was like, what? I realized two things that I had. Oh, wait. Things that I had on my first phone are no longer on my phone, so I'm trying to figure out how to download them back, which of course I didn't realize I needed until I went to Costco and I was buying some liquor, and I didn't have my driver's license app that I have on my first phone. So yeah, little stuff like that. I don't have any patients to see today, which is good. I hope that this week stays real low key, given that, Essence is going on and there's going to be traffic and all that stuff, and getting around the city is a little bit more difficult in times like that. Lysol wipes. I need to wipe off my phone. But at the same time, I do have some Essence updates coming. I will be going to an Essence related event later this week. I may try to go live at the thing, but y'all know going live sometimes when you're out and about when the signal's bad, it just don't work out. So tune back in on Thursday, and local folks know that's often sometimes something that happens. Like, you don't plan on going to a certain event, be it Essence, be it Jazz Fest, be it any other festivals. But you'll get a call and somebody be like, hey, you want to go? I got tickets. And you're like, why not? Even as a mom, and I will say this for my other moms, I will say this for my other moms in tourist cities, I will say this especially for my other moms in New Orleans, and moms period, parents too. Like, it's like, you grow up and you have kids, and it's like you used to be like the fun person, not really, because let's be honest, I'm selectively social, that would go out with your friends and do stuff, and then you feel like you have a kid and you don't go to the stuff, y'all. Find somebody that you trust to watch your child, make a schedule, good morning, figure it out, and go. I'm just talking about how I got a invite to an Essence event this week, and while I'm not planning on going to Essence Festival, but again, I've had times where I said, I wasn't going, and one of my friends had tickets, or I was given tickets, and my husband couldn't go and stuff like that, and I still went. Like, I went to, who did I see perform? Was it the year Janet Jackson was at Essence, or it might have been, or Maxwell? Like, it was somebody like that I remember going and seeing, because there's folks, like, I wish I could see Neo at one of the super lounges. I love Neo. Saw Neo at Jazz Fest. But like, when I talk about mom life and mom routines, like, yeah, there's the getting up. Like this morning, I got Monica up, I redid her hair yet again, I unbraided it, twisted it. I really need to wash her hair. I'm trying to get her together to do that. So going to get this oil change and the little stuff that we do there today, and that's great. And like getting her uniforms out and washing all her uniforms and making sure they're clean for the week. That stuff is important. But sometimes you just gotta break routine. You gotta be like, you know what? I'm still my own functioning human self, and it's important for me to have some time where, yes, I am Monica's mommy, but I'm gonna go do some not toddler related activities right now. And I think that's an important balance. I think too that makes me, even when I do my cruises and all this other stuff, like, I probably wouldn't have been as prompted or as motivated to do a solo cruise as I was when I was just like, you know what, let me do this for me. Let me do something where, even though on the cruise I got Monica stuff and I built her a little bear and things like that, I still had time where it was even the smallest thing of not having to get up and not having to answer to beckoning calls in the morning, not having to, what's the thing, like get up and make breakfast or get juice and milk and strawberries. Like, it's the little things that refresh you and rejuvenate you, and then you go back to your child. And to me, in my belief and my personal execution, makes me that much more of a better mother, because I've had my time to just have some uninterrupted peace and quiet. And good, Monica's good now. She will go to sleep, she will rest, she will do these things, but there will be a lot more coming as far as that and what I do, self-care, mom routine, mom life, even down to toddler laundry, because I have a system for that. But I wanted to check in, like I said, because I'm not sure how much time I will have later on today. And I wanted to see too if this mount does better, because I've noticed that rattling sound even when the car is sitting still. So I've completely readjusted this mount, and I hope that makes a difference, but we shall see in the replay. And two, on the channel, another update will be coming out to y'all this week about a milestone that we've hit, and I'm going to start doing some more interactive stuff here on the channel, just like this live. If people come into the lives and you see me and you have questions or things that you want tips on, again, I started off my professional career, like my first job ever, W-2 job, okay, at my public library in my hometown. I was a reference librarian. So what did that really mean? Yeah, I knew all the books in the reference collection, and I knew about nonfiction and research and that kind of thing. That was where I started working on grants and helping other people research grants. But it means a lot of times people just come into the library and ask questions. Like, even we had training to be not like tax preparers, but like to help people understand tax forms and to go through the books. I can't remember what they called that. I think we were like tax navigators, because the library had all the forms that you could pick up to submit your annual taxes. And I did that. So one thing that I loved and why I stayed working in libraries for so long is that people would come to you for questions or with questions and for answers. And with me, I didn't like the buck to stop like with me as far as being like, oh, I don't know, that's it, SOL. Because so often people were, there were issues. I worked at the Literacy Council, or I volunteered at the Literacy Council for years. Some people weren't able to read or read on a level where they could understand some different things. And so we were assistants in that way. We were guides in that way. And that stayed with me. I think that was something true to my nature. And I say all that to say that, I enjoy helping people find, like I said, tips and tricks for life and useful solutions. So if there are things that you want to know more about, that you're not sure where to start looking up or how to research it, you got Fran. We can fix it with Fran together. So I'll leave y'all with that. Like I said, we'll be going to get an oil change, running around, probably going back by Costco. I am going to Walmart today, and I will probably go live if I find it. Y'all, there is this cup that I feel like for my cruise booze will be perfect for on the ship. Like if you go out and you're trying to just get some little snacks, if you go by and you want even condiments, like it's this cup that's a big mega cup. I believe it fits a whole bottle of wine. Cruise booze, you already know. And it's at Walmart. I can't remember what they call it, but I saw it in a short, I think on Facebook, that just happened to play because I don't really watch reels like that. But there's this cup, like there's a big, I don't know if it's like 32-ounce cup, but the girl poured a whole bottle of wine in it. And then it has a tray that sits on top and the straws in the middle. And she put like charcuterie in it. Like she put like cold cuts and cheeses and crackers. I have never had a moment where I've been like, I'm going to Walmart tomorrow. Like, I'm going to find this cup. And I pray for goodness that my Walmart near me has it. Because if they don't, I might be going to more than one Walmart. Like, I'm not lying. Y'all, like, oh my goodness. This cup, I feel like will be, again, a great cup for a cruise. One, because it's big. I think it has a handle too. And I'm going to tell y'all, one of my favorite things that I got when I went to Dollar Tree yesterday were the mixer bowls that have the little handle. I use that as a salad bowl. Like, it's the perfect size when I want to make one of these big chopped salads. And I got it yesterday in different colors because I had only seen it in white. When I found it at Dollar Tree yesterday, they had it in like a teal color, and then they had it in like a muted like sage green. They also had it in blue. No, the blue is the teal color I'm thinking of. So I got it in teal. They had it in red and dark blue. I didn't want those colors. They didn't vibe with me. But the others were very like neutral. I guess the Scorpio in me was like, this isn't black, but it's the earth tone, so I'm feeling it. Let me start running my mouth because now it's about to be 9 o'clock. But at least I'm hoping that this 9 o'clock traffic coming out of New Orleans East will not be as bad. But I'm checking back in with y'all, and I will let y'all know about that event on Thursday, as well as if I find this cup at Walmart. I'm going to look for that cup at Walmart today. All right, y'all. This is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I truly believe God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. While we may not be able to fix everything, while we are up against a lot, and there's a lot going on in today's world and society, I want to remind and encourage you to remember that we can all fix something. So till next time, I pray you would find that thing and fix it. Have a great Tuesday, y'all. See you tomorrow.